An open mind is an open wound. If the masses develop a visual intention or a visual thought, whether it be you getting harmed in some way or you losing in some way or this perception of you losing or being harmed, and you are open, basically wounded, those thoughts can permeate into you because you are not solid. You got to remember that you are not solid. So those thoughts permeate into you. And the less cleanly you are, the more they'll stick to you. The more you got sticking to your ribs, the more food, drugs sticking to your ribs, the more these thoughts and emotions will stick to your ribs. So if you are cleanly, then you'll have an iron shirt, and then the thought will just flow right through you, of course, and you won't hold on to it. Again, it's just this attachment thing, and the attachments come from the cycle of usually just overusing an organ. Of course, you overuse an emotion. You're investing into feeling a way that you choose to feel. So if you want to feel angry all the time, you're taxing the liver. So you tax the liver with the anger, and then the liver sends off a signal of lack. So the liver needs something. What really is just for you to rest and breathe and recalibrate and get back to homeostasis, possibly rehydrate if you are that dehydrated. So this lack continues because you're going through this emotional situation where you are connecting. Now you're now attaching a physical food, a comfort food, to or emotional eating to the emotion, of course, and that just suppresses the alarm from the organ that is telling you it's sensing lack, it's feeling lack. So you continue to suppress it, suffocate it. These are all voices within you. The liver is a voice, kidneys, these are all voices. You are a voice. You are music personified. So you're muffling your music, your universe. So as you muffle it, because dehydration is the first disease, you're basically just muffling it, dehydrating it. The mucous membrane becomes compromised. It begins to swell to try to compensate, to try to open it up, to do anything to try to get that blockage out of there. And it just won't happen if you continually suppress and hold on. So it just continues and continues, and then a parasite has to manifest to clean up all that death, and then you feed the parasite. The parasites are here as a servant, and then you just continually, if you continue to feed that, then because it's a lie that you're holding on to. You're holding on to a lie that makes you feel a way. Then you feel a way. Then you eat a lie, a hologram, fake food, and then you just continue to get denser and denser and hold on to attachments. It's just falling further into the third D. You got to realize that too. That this is dying. This is dying awake, really. If you were to die now, this would be dying asleep. This is basically dying asleep. So the further you would die asleep, split, then basically every time you go into trance unconsciously is dying while you're asleep, because this is death basically, if you look at the tree of life. So knowing that, then we know that each time we die unconsciously, we're falling further and further into this third dimension hologram illusion, and this is happening every single night. So it's just that real. It's just about internal hygiene. You can take 1,000,000 showers, but if you're filled with trash, it doesn't really mean anything. And it is a true frequency for you. You have a true signature frequency, like you have a heat signature that the true you is residing at and constantly broadcasting from. You just have to cleanse the clutter to meet that you. There is a you living the life that you intended to live and love. You just have to locate that you within you. It's just something between you. It's a blockage between a part of you and you. That's all any disease really is. It's a blockage between you and another thing. Any ailment, it's just a blockage that causes swelling, which causes more blockage, which causes crowding, it's a crowding internally, because the organs are all swelling. That's what a fat person is a person that is crowded with parasitic colonies that are fighting for the control of the vessel. So the body is constantly fighting for homeostasis. If we just allow it to reach that, we'll be fine. We just have to get really just apply the practices. Really breathe consciously as much as possible. Drink the hot water in the morning with the herbs. Just the choice, you have to realize you don't have a choice. There's not really a choice. When it's poisons, you're picking poisons, that's not a choice. That's an illusion of a choice. So once you transcend the illusion of choice, then it gets easier and easier to make the decisions. It's like after a year of being vegan, it's a no-brainer that you don't go back to vegetarian ways. And then a couple years after that, then you don't go back to cook vegan. And then years after that, then you're only eating certain raw things. And then, it just continues and progresses. So ROYALT512@yahoo.com for the PDFs. RBud Vegan on Amazon for the ebooks. Jesus Christ 19 on IG. Taylor Butters the Facebook Parasite. So yeah, check it in.